Yo guys, what's going on? Matthew here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things you should consider before applying at FedEx. Now, if you don't know me, I worked at FedEx for a little over a year, like a year and 4 months, I believe. I left for personal reasons, nothing really to do on Express's side. If you don't know, there's Express and Ground. I was on the company side, which apparently now they're merging, and I have no idea what's going to happen between that. And I'm just going to explain some of the things that you probably didn't expect when working there. Maybe you're someone that worked at Amazon and is looking to join in Express's team, or you might work at Ground and you hear how easy Express guys have it, right? Man, you Express guys get everything easy. You don't work hard like me. I was a PM driver that typically worked from 1 p.m. to about 10:30 p.m. Now that differed each month, I will say. Sometimes I was going in earlier, like an hour to 2 hours earlier, and then there was times I was going in 3 hours later, where my start time was at 3:34 and I was still leaving at the same time. So whatever pretty much your manager wants, you kind of got to follow by that. Now there is ways around it. You can go in early, go in the morning. Some of the Express guys probably already know that, but typically they always try to change things up, right? But these are the 5 things you probably didn't consider whenever you work at the FedEx Express. So number 1, and this is probably more for PM drivers more than it is AM drivers, and this is not enough equipment. I worked there over a year and we just didn't have enough trucks, we didn't have enough scanners, we didn't have enough printers. I mean, anything you can think of, we were just low on.
Bro, it sucks waiting for a freaking truck.
And not to mention, if you're someone that has a big route and you needed a certain size truck, you probably didn't have that. So first come, first serve, that's how it was. If you're a PM driver, you're usually waiting on the morning route to bring their trucks back so you can take theirs and go out and do your day. There was times where I promise you, I clocked in at 12 o'clock and I didn't leave till 3:30. And I'm not trying to blame anything in the morning people, right? They have their thing. As the day went on, I'm looking at my watch and I'm wondering, when the hell am I gonna go out there and start my route? Not to mention there's other problems on top of that. So the morning people, when they get back, they get back and they go home. So if they pick some stuff up, guess who has to unload it? Now, most people will be like, you know what, I ain't unloading that, let me wait on the next truck, this ain't my fault anyway. But I'm someone that likes to just get the job done, right? I used to go in there, I used to just be like, man, I gotta get this stuff out of here. And when you're new, you're not gonna know that. You're not gonna be like, I'm gonna sit here and just wait until another truck comes, because this ain't my fault. You're trying to work hard, you're trying to be a good worker, right? That is probably the first thing that you will notice, is that there's just not enough equipment. Now, I've never understood that, right? Because you are a delivery driver, you need a truck to go out there, you need a scanner to do your job, right? But yeah, believe it or not, that is a problem, and I need to express that very, very firmly, because that is something I never thought of whenever I was applying there. So for number 2, you will be somewhat of a package handler, especially PM drivers. So whenever I finished my route, it was typically around 7 p.m., getting back to the station around 8. You get back, you park your truck, you think your day is over, right? You just finished a hard day's work. No, you just finished 80% of it. You got 20% left. And what you're gonna be doing there is unloading your truck and unloading people's other trucks, sorting through the small sort packages, kind of putting them in bags and where they need to go, and then going to the cans. Drivers do not like going to the cans, but when you first start, they're gonna try to put you in there. And what those cans are is like packages are sliding down this slide. You go and grab them and you put them in the can. It's the most chaotic thing you'll see. I did it for about 2 weeks before I said, hold up, man. I applied to be a driver, not working the sort. What's going on here? Come to find out, there's just not enough package handler employees, because for one, the pay is probably low, and 2, they're really pushing these guys. I've seen it. So they expect us to do the hard work, right? To come back after you just delivered all these packages, made some pickups, and now you're coming back and working the sort, right? I've seen that the longer you work there and you just know everyone, you just tell them no. People are just like, I ain't working the sort tonight, I'm going home. I don't work the hardest day of work. You can kiss my ass, and goodbye, we'll see you tomorrow. But if you're new, they gonna want you to work. So actually, when I was training, we were watching training videos for like 8 hours straight, just sitting there in that computer. And then someone would come and tell us to get up that we're working the sort, just to kind of get a good feel. But nah, man, they're just tossing you out there because they really need the help. They need as much help as they can get, unloading those trucks and stuff. You clock out at a certain area, right? You put your card, put your number or whatever, you clock out. There will be a manager sitting right there waiting for you before you try to clock out. And I've kind of made fun of it in previous videos. But yeah, they'll sit there and be like, where are you going? We need you to stay with the sort tonight. Can you do something? And people get really frustrated because they're like, dude, no, you go do it. Number 3, and that is sweepers that don't sweep, and particularly with swing drivers. So if you don't know what a swing driver is, it's pretty much someone that covers somebody else's route for that day or week, just depending. Some people call in sick, some people are injured, and some people just don't want to come to work, so they call in, right? With me, I didn't even realize this was a problem, and until like halfway through my FedEx career. I would go to some of these stops. They were supposed to have a sweeper in the beginning of the day. I come up and pick up the rest, right? Some days it would be just chaos. Like it's a Tuesday afternoon, I show up to the stop and it's way more than usual. And it come to find out that some of these people earlier out through the day were supposed to pick this stuff up. They go by, they see it's a lot, or they don't have time. There could be many reasons, but more times than not, I figured out that a lot of these guys were just lazy. They look at it, be like, it's too much, I ain't picking up none of that. They code it up, and then they move on about their day. Or the other thing they could do is they could just take one package and leave the rest. I can't tell you how many times this has happened to where they're supposed to sweep, at least take half of it, man. You don't gotta take all of it, but if you take some of it, that will help out a lot, man. It's supposed to be teamwork here, but no. They rather just look at it, show up to the stop, made the attempt and say that, oh, they couldn't get to the door, they waited too long, or if they did get in, they only had a couple of packages. It happened a lot, man, and I will say, dude, come on. Whenever I swept every day too. I swept some of my first few stops. I took everything. Like a good person's supposed to do, because I know, hey, if that guy's running behind that day, they're gonna have a lot on them. And then sometimes my first stop, everything was relabels. So if you don't know what a relabel is, it's pretty much, you get this printer. If the order was the previous day and you're taking it the next day, you gotta make a new label for it entirely with Express. And I would do that. It'd be like 75 packages and I would relabel everything because I got the time to do it. And 2, I'm not freaking lazy. I'll get the work done, right? I'm getting it done. Man, this one you're probably not gonna get away from. You might send some complaints, do this, do that. This happened to my girlfriend too a lot. There was this one person in particular, he would come by, just look around, be like, oh, y'all got it, y'all handled it, and it would just burn off. Even she'd be like, man, hey dude, y'all gotta get on this guy, because he's making my job worse for my other stops, because I'm here too long. Yeah, that one sucks, because there's not really much you can do, and if you're working there, you probably don't even know that you're sweeping or you're getting swept at that stop. You're probably just thinking it's busy. But I guess the best thing to do is ask for what stops that are getting swept, or if you could get a sweep. Dude, that one gets me, because I forgot about that one. This one just came across my mind right now. I was like, you know what, I gotta talk about that. All right, number 4, customers wanting you to wait. I'll tell you right now, when I first started, this one was a big problem of mine, because I'm a nice guy, I'll admit. I am someone that understands, tries to understand. If you're running a little bit behind, yeah, let me wait a couple minutes for you. Let me wait 5 minutes. It won't be no problem at all. But I soon realized that if you wait, they gonna make you wait some more and more. And then maybe that's gonna be the day that you start running behind. And the day you tell them, no, I gotta go today, they're gonna get offended, man. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. Most of them did. I just thought I was fast enough, but no, man. When you gotta be at a place that pickup time is at 4:30, and then you got 7 to 10 other ones that open up at 4:30 and close at 5, you really don't have time to wait. You see what I mean? Because that only gives you a 30-minute window to go to all these places in a certain amount of time. I have a video where the worker got really upset with me. It led to the boss getting upset with me. And hey, I was just like, hey man, I'm just here to pick up the packages, what you have. I can't sit around and wait. I can't come back because it's just a busy day for me. I apologize in advance, and I will see you tomorrow. If not, you can always take it to the FedEx office. You know, that's inconvenient. I understand that, but it's inconvenient for me to sit there and wait when I can't. I literally can't. I'm telling y'all, it's not like I'm trying to not pick up anything. It's just it's a long day, man, and people just could not understand. They probably won't. So my best way to go about it is, hey, if this ain't loaded up, if you ain't done by 2 minutes, I gotta go to my next stop. If they start complaining, you know, just throw up the peace sign, say see you tomorrow, have a great day, and then go on about it. I tried every way to explain to these customers how my job is, how my route is, but they just don't care at the end of the day. They just want their stuff out. The ones that do understand, they will. The ones that won't, they will never. Whatever you explain to them, they won't understand. So number 5, this is gonna be back just from the job itself. Just be ready for a lot of change. When I was there, for the time being, they were going through this change where they were trying to bring the Maps E-Star. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much where it's kind of like Amazon. You just gotta follow the route, which is supposed to be easier, but it's making everyone's life a little bit harder. They're trying to cut hours. They're merging the express and ground. So just be ready for a lot of change, because even when I was there, they were trying new things and it would fail miserably and they would just go back to the regular. But they are trying to push these new things and making things happen. I would say if you are working there, start there and you like it, and maybe 2 months down the road it might be drastically different. There's even instances where people's routes are getting cut off, so maybe you're in a certain area that you like but it's just not getting enough business. They will cut that or merge it with something else. Even when I was there, I had a really busy route, but towards the end, I was doing like 45 to even like 65 pickups a day, to where it ended up being like 20 or 30, where the day was like a piece of cake, man. It was too easy, right? I knew at the same time, they know that's happening and they're working something in the background to get me back on my feet. One, or two, they're just gonna cut the route entirely and put me somewhere else. I've seen it happen, guys. I just wanna say, be prepared if you are working there. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to make you not apply. I just wanna give you guys some advice and help you guys in any way that I can. In my opinion, it was still the easiest job, delivery job wise, that I've had, besides unless you're doing like DoorDash or something. I know that's pretty easy too. I've done that for a little bit, but and that pays pretty decent, right? I can say this too, pay period, whatever you're getting paid right now, you better get used to it, because they have a 10-step program, but it takes years upon years to reach that big payout. Your best option is to either go RTD or just move up with management, right? But nobody wants to do that, because gosh, man, the management people be stressed out all the freaking time.
Damn boy, do what I say. Hey, boy, I told you.
I feel bad for them, because some of them do work hard, they try their best, but FedEx gets the best of them. But with no further ado, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We're getting closer to 2K subs, so thank you again, everybody. But other than that, you guys have a good one. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. But if you actually just give it a good little pull here, as you can see, we're still rolling, baby.